on how to create a strong personal brand in the resume. So in your resume, how would you create a personal brand for yourself on your CV? So please stop me at any time. If you have any questions, please feel free to stop me so that we can treat the questions as we go along. And like I said last week, we are going to make this session a bit more interactive, and a bit of work will be done for us to create our own personal brand for our CV as we begin to build the CV. So quickly, for the people that attended last week, I saw Cecilia last week, I saw Ade as well, and I think I saw Faith as well. So have you been able to choose the type of CV that you would want to use? Ade, have you chosen the type of CV you want to use? Have you thought about it?
Well,
What have you decided?
I think the one I'm looking at is the one you said that is not very common. I think you called it infographic CV.
Okay. Is
Forget
that what
because I
you've
think
chosen?
well that's I think I like to present my stuff in terms of chart using graphics to present things. I know it's not a very common thing, but I think things are going to move towards that area as time goes on because obviously AI is out there. AI can do written CV for you, but um, the visual one can be very can really pass a message faster and saves time of having to read your CV. Out of the one, personally, I know a lot of people don't use it. Personally, I prefer that one.
Thank you. What about Cecilia?
I think the chronological CV will be great.
For you as well. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So let's move on then. If we thank God that at least once you've decided the type of CV you want to use, we can then go on by creating a personal brand or personal profile, as a lot of people have it on their CV. So our agenda for today, so a sec. So our agenda then today is we'll be looking at what a personal brand is. What do we mean when we say personal brand, and why it matters on the resume? Would look at crafting a personal branding statement. So how would you craft one? So like we said, we're going to have just some few minutes to be able to do that today, so that you can have your personal statement, so your personal branding statement, which we call profile. So that's the first thing an employer would see on your CV. And then we'll look at build brand through your resume content. So you definitely would build your brand through the content of your resume. Whatever is on your resume is what is your profile, is like a summary of what is on your resume. And then we're going to look at how to design and consistency is so visually branding your CV as well. So moving on then quickly, what is a personal brand and why it matters on your resume? So personal branding involves creating a unique professional identity that represents your values, your skills and experience. Ade, go ahead.
You asked us that which best CV did we decide to use? Well, I've got a question. Which one do you recommend?
Well, like I explained last week around the CVs, I mentioned that you have to look at the field where you find yourself and then decide whether which particular CV would be appropriate. So if I may ask, what fields, what profession are you in?
IT.
Okay, IT. So if you find yourself in the IT industry, then going for a visual kind of infographic CV might not be appropriate because the skills, how would you put your skills in a graphical except you want to put like a pie chart or something like that that shows that the various type of skills that you've got, unlike somebody that is in marketing or some like sorry a UX designer, for example, they will be able to be they are always building portfolio of what they have done, right? So they will be able to present what they have done in um a graphical way. So that's why it might not be appropriate. So for IT, I would suggest that you use
So that
the type of CV that is mixed. So it has both, it's a combined CV. So that's both he's got the both the chronological as well as the functional. So you have everything arranged as a function, but it's in a chronological order. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. It does. Think so.
Okay, so we're looking at what is personal branding and why it matters on the resume. So quickly, we'll say, I said before that personal branding involves creating a unique professional identity that represents your values, your skills, and experience. So when an employer sees or a recruiter opens up your CV, apart from where you put your name, your contact details, your email address, and probably your LinkedIn profile, if you have one, the next thing the employer is reading through is your profile, which is just a paragraph, about 4, 5 sentences, 6 sentences that describes you in your profession or in the profession that you're aspiring to go into. So you need to be able to sell somebody by reading. So just ordinarily reading your profile can make the person to decide, oh, I'm going to continue reading this CV, or oh, this is crap, and they just And don't forget, in the space we find ourselves where we know that AI people are now using AI to sift out CV. So you apply for a job, for example, on LinkedIn, and you see over 200, excuse me, over 300 people have applied for one job. And then when it's for an employee, for a recruiter that wants to sit down and sift out, that CV, probably they'll be using AI. And if not, they will definitely be using the personal statement to see whether am I going to go for this person or not. Right? So it helps you to stand out in your career. Your brand is how you want the employer to perceive you. Is how you want the employer or the recruiter to perceive you. Your personal branding allows for building trust and credibility. A strong personal brand establishes trust and credibility. Maybe somebody opens it up. Oh, this person is credible based on what you have described who you are. It makes it easier for others to engage with you professionally. Don't forget, the way you want to brand yourself is not only for your CV. You can have a LinkedIn profile. Your profile should be catchy. So when you see yourself, even if you're not looking for a job, but then you have your profile out there and it's a catchy one, what happens or what you get most of the time is that people that are recruiters will open your LinkedIn profile because the way you have described yourself or how you have branded yourself in that 4 or 5 sentences is very, very catchy. It's very, very credible. People want to work with you. And don't forget that obviously everything that is happening now is networking. It's networking. And obviously your personal branding is a differentiation in your field. So you cannot use the personal branding that or somebody has written as a support worker now. You want to use it for a customer advisor role. It's not possible. You cannot have a generic personal brand. You have to have a brand that fits into the role you want to apply for. So your skills and your experiences are foundational aspect of your personal brand. And what does it do? It's showcasing what you can offer to others. In that your 5 sentences, it's going to talk about, excuse me, it's going to talk about a bit of your skills and your experience. Not a lot, just a little bit. It's not going to go into detail, just a little bit of it. It will speak about your core values. What are the things you like to do? What are the things you believe in? It's going to talk about your online presence. Where online, are you known? Is your personal brand? Sometimes we'll talk about that one. Why does your personal branding, why does it matter? It makes your resume stand out. Like I said before, it builds trust and memorability. It shows clarity in your professional direction. So, like I said before, you cannot use a personal brand that you have written for a customer service role and you want to use it for a software developer role. It wouldn't work because not all the skills that a customer service advisor has that a developer would need or would have, and vice versa. So I want you to have a think quickly. I want you to have a think. What do I want hiring managers to remember about me after 10 seconds? So what I want to do now, in 10 seconds, I'm going to give everyone 10 seconds. We're going to go around the room. In 10 seconds, I'm going to give everyone 10 seconds. So get ready. What do you want an employer? So look at that statement. What do I want? What do I want the hiring manager? Let me leave it there. I'll leave it on that screen. What do I want the hiring managers to remember about me in 10 seconds? Don't forget, they're going to read your personal statement first. So in 10 seconds, they read it. What do you want them to remember about you? I'll start with Temilolua. 10 seconds.
You want them to remember how confident you are.
I cannot hear you.
You want them to know how confident you are.
How confident you are. All right, we'll come to that. For Lakemi. For Lakemi. Okay, we'll come back to you, Remeleku.
Okay, just joined now. I would like them to remember some of my skills and then some of the experiences I've gathered over the years working in that particular field of mine. If that's
Okay, Ade.
I want them to remember my zeal and passion for the role, and also how my vision aligns with the organization's vision.
You already that's more around looking into a personal statement. So that is when you want to write this maybe 500 words, 750 words, that they would ask you to use as a supporting document or a covering letter. But we're talking about your personal statement. So those five sentences is
Okay,
about you. It
on your
has nothing.
CV.
Yeah, on your CV, it has nothing
Okay,
to
I
do
want
with.
them to, well, it'll probably be my skills and experience that aligns with the job I've applied for.
Okay, thank you for Lakemi.
Yeah, I would like them to remember my previous achievements and my team spirit and yeah, how I've supported my team to achieve their goals. That is, I would like them to see me as someone that is goal oriented and that work towards.
Okay, Cecilia.
I'd like them to remember what makes me stand out above all other applicants. I'd like them to remember me as being goal-oriented, like stuff like I said, and then and how I'm like the best person for the job. So I have to sell myself in those few lines.
And what would you say about yourself?
What makes me stand out, my skill sets, and what I intend to bring into the role, and how I'm a problem solver, and a team worker, and then how analytical I am.
Okay. So I want us to bear in mind that this particular topic that we're looking at has to do with the resume. We're still going to come back to that part of your personal statement. So when you're building your resume, so which is your CV, don't for the profile, don't worry about the adverts. Don't worry about the organization. Worry about what do you want, how do you want to sell yourself? Okay, you have seen the roles and responsibility of that particular, you've seen the roles and responsibility, you've seen the skills that they require. You want to ensure that what you have in your personal statement would suit what is being required. Does that make sense? So I want us to have that at the back of our mind. Thank you everybody for that 10 seconds kind of walk through. We're going to continue now, and we'll go straight away to does anybody have any questions before we move on to the next thing? Okay, so a strong personal statement.
Sorry, I'd like to say that, can you give us a model of what a 10 seconds phrase about us should look like an ideal 10 seconds?
Yeah, we're coming to that, don't worry. I have examples. We're going to come to that. So I don't know whether you got the question that I did ask, but then I'll ask it into that. I'm saying that in 10 seconds, so an employer picks your CV and they read your 5 sentences. So they read 5 sentences that you've written on your CV as your profile. Now, if I am an employer, I pick your CV and I read it through your profile. What do you want me to remember about you? So that's what. So on that particular thing, it's going to say, "Oh, she's got 5 years experience. Oh, that means she's going to be really good on the job. She's got, oh, she's a team build. She's a team player. Oh, that's really good. She's got problem solving skills. Oh, wow, we need that because we need to solve a lot of problems. She's got analytical skill. Very good. We're gonna have her to do a lot of Power BI for us. Oh, she's got she knows how to use Microsoft's Office suite, for example. Very good. That means that we don't have to go and train her again. So those kind of things are the things that will stick on the employer's head. Does that make sense? We're still going to come back to it anyway. I just want you to know that when you read, your personal statement or your personal, your personal profile or brand would, it boosts the impact your resume, how far your resume would go, right? And then it helps you to align yourself with your career goals. If you have a career goal, your personal branding would help you to align yourself with it. And then it should also resonate to your target audience. Like I said, if you're targeting getting a job as a financial advisor, for example, you would not be doing a branding of a business analyst, for example. You will not be doing a branding of a support worker, for example, or or a cybersecurity analyst, for example. Your branding will be focused on you being a financial advisor. Okay, let's move on then. So the next thing is what we want to do now, identifying your unique value proposition. This one, everybody is I'm gonna give you some few minutes and you read out what you're gonna tell me what you're gonna read out something of what you are written. So you identify your unique value proposition and then you read it out to me. But for now, just let's dive into it. Okay. In order for you to identify your unique your proposition, you need to assess your skills. What skills do you have? So you begin by evaluating your skills and experience through a self-structured assessment process to gain insight. So you make sure that you're assessing your own, you do a self-evaluation of yourself. You identify your unique strengths. Those things should be in your personal brand. Identify your unique strengths. Recognize what you excel and how your unique strength differentiates you from others in your field. As a customer service advisor, you would say everybody would have good communication skills. But what will make you stand out is how good you are at listening. Communication skills, don't forget, communication is not just one way, it's a two-way thing. So how you're a good listener. What else would you need? That your attention to details. As a customer service advisor, you're going to be sending a lot of emails. You pay attention to details by ensuring that there are no typos in the email that you have written. So you need to identify those your unique strengths. And then you use that to build your personal brand. The insight gained from your assessment will serve as a foundation for developing your personal brand. The next thing is you need to determine, so you clarify your career goals. Defining clear career goals is essential for guiding your professional journey and making informed decisions. You can choose to leave out your career goals in your personal, branding. For example, if I wanted to add my career goal into it, I could say I want to be a delivery manager in 5 years. But then I can choose to leave it out. And then you need to identify your target audience. Understand who are the people that you are aiming your CV at. Definitely recruiters, definitely employers. You are not sending your CV to a university, for example, because you're not going for study. What the university will be looking for is going to be different from what an employer is looking for. And then you tailor that branding, it would enhance your professional image and then increases the chance of you achieving your personal goal. Your personal value statement should clearly articulate what makes you unique and valuable. So please, I want you to note this because we're going to go ahead and create one. It should identify what makes you unique and valuable. Something that can make you unique is maybe you have 10 years experience in that field. Not a lot of people have 10 years experience. I read through somebody's profile was it 2 weeks ago, and that person has got 30 years worth of experience. Oh my God. In the role that the person is that the person is doing. So I was forced to go and read through the person's profile on LinkedIn and see all the kind of job titles the person has gone to. So he has been a consultant, he's worked in permanent roles as well, from being a junior project manager to project manager, he's on program manager. So he's just so many things, and it's just so vast in when you come to projects. He has a very good understanding of it. So that's definitely, if somebody is looking for like a transformation manager, for example, or somebody that will manage a transformation project, it will be somebody that they will go for because he has a lot of experience. Another thing that you would use is you put your skills, a bit of your skills and experience. Don't forget, when I said your skills, the statement that we're trying to write is a 5-sentence statement. You don't want to come and say experience. You don't want to put all your experience. I can type, I can talk, I can do this. No, you don't want to put all that. It's something that would make you stand out, make you unique. And then you have organizational contribution. How your value statement aligns with the organizational goals. So those things that they have written in their as what they do. So they kind of, they talk about who they are. The job you're trying to apply for, the organization will talk about who they are. How does your own statement bring you out to be able to fit into who they are? All right. Before we go to showcasing, we're going to craft out something. Don't worry, I don't want to, nobody, there's no right or wrong answer now. I want you to spend, let's see. This is 6:37. So how many are we? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So I'm going to break us out. Let's see if that works. Oh, I'm not the host. Okay. I can do that. Okay, that's fine. I was going to break us out into rooms and we can discuss about what will make it, but that's fine, no worries. And we'll sort that out next time. So what I'm then going to do, let's do it individually. So I want you to take 5 minutes. Don't go and copy what you have written before. Be sincere with yourself because what you have written before does not really, you're not sure whether what you have written will stand the odds anyway. I want you to be sincere with yourself. I want you to take about 4 minutes, 4 minutes of looking at your own, looking at yourself within yourself, what makes you unique and valuable. Then the skills and experience that you have, if it's possible for you to put in just 3 sentences or 2 sentences, just don't worry about the organizational contribution because we don't have any organization now. So I want you to look at your unique and your valuable potentials, align with your skills, and then put 2 sentences together. So we get do we get the task? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, did you get the task that we need to do?
You can come again.
So
Please,
the
thank
task you're
you.
supposed to do is for you to look within yourself. I want you to create, don't worry, there's no right or wrong answer now because we're learning. Everybody's learning. There's no right or wrong answer. So I want you to look within yourself and be sincere with yourself. Look at your personal, what makes you unique and valuable. What makes you stand out, makes you unique and valuable to your potential employer. What do you think based on the so if you're aspiring to be and be to change career, then use that one. But if you are already okay with the career that you have, then use the career that you have. Look at what makes you unique and valuable to potential employer in your field or your aspiring fields. Relate it with the skills that you have in 2 sentences. All right, we've got 3 minutes. How are we getting on? Got like a minute left. Okay, so let's start with Falakemi.
So mine is going to look something like I have people management and leadership skills with the mindset, with an inclusive mindset, to provide individuals in my team with the opportunities to learn, to grow, and to make positive impact towards the achievement of the organization's goals. And I have a good listening and communication skills where I listen to people in order to be able to solve any problems as relates to their say their desires or anything they want as an HR person. Do you want me to come again, or did you hear me?
I got you, Val. Thank you, Val. Thank you. Okay, let's go with Temi. Temi Lolua.
What makes me unique is my ability to be calm in the midst of crisis. When I'm calm, I'm able to think straight and solve critical issues.
Set 2 sentences. Temi Lolua, 2 sentences. How does that make you stand out to an employer? All right, let's move on to Cecilia. Cecilia? Okay. Remilekun.
Okay. So mine is said I'm honest and dedicated to my job, which I do presently as a support worker. I work in line with the rules and regulation guiding my current employment. As I work as a support worker, I do my job based on the rules guiding us as support workers. I don't do things outside of my job rules. I've got a good communication skill as a result of my previous experiences in my previous job role. And then I said I'm open to learning, as I believe that in life we keep learning new things. That is, I'm open to learning new skills that's because I said that I wrote down here that I'm planning to change career. So I said I'm open to learning as a result of the new job. I don't know how to put it. As a result of the new job role that I might advance towards. Yes, I don't know if you understand it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Ade.
Um, well written here. I wrote, I'm committed to excellence in all areas. and have a teachable spirit. With 5 years experience as an IT professional, I have developed strong analytical skills, a collaborative mindset, and a problem-solving approach. These qualities have boosted my confidence and aligned closely with the organization's vision of excellence and service. That's
Okay. Cecilia, are you ready now? Or should we leave you for now?
Ah. Oh, okay. I'm a dedicated and proficient cybersecurity analyst who is highly skilled at vulnerability management, incident response management, threat management, penetration testing, endpoint and identity access management with vast experience using tools such as Microsoft Entra, firewalls, Sophos, USM, Anywhere Scene, to mention a few. I'm goal-oriented with good communication skills, a team player, and a problem solver. And these qualities makes me good at my job.
Okay, that's very good actually. We just with a little bit of tweak, that'll be perfect. With a little bit of tweak. So that's very, very good. I'm still gonna come back to examples. I just wanted you to just start putting yourself in that situation where you can think about what is one that they are talking, what exactly are they actually, what are we driving at, what do they mean by personal, so, that's what I wanted you to see, what you need to know or what you need to do in order for you to get that done. Right, so moving on straight away then, we'll talk about and then I'll show you examples. Showcasing your brand through resume design. You need to ensure that, like we said, we've already spoken about the different you getting a layout of your resume, get the right format of the resume you want to use, and different layouts. There's a lot of layout of CVs. um, there's a different layout that's different from the type of CV you want to use. There are different layouts, and then how you lay out your profile might be different. But then you just need to obviously choose that particular CV. Look to think about, whether you want it to be creative, if you're working in the creative industry, and then you just get a good layout of the CV that you want to use. The part that I want you to understand, which is what I see. I saw a CV recently and I'm thinking, oh, what is this? There's a CV and it's got different fonts. There's no consistency in the CV. So that is a very, 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 very important. It is very important for you to be consistent. You cannot use like three different fonts. So I'm sure everybody understand what I mean by font. Font is how the type of letters that you use or the type of characters that you use on your CV. You cannot start using different fonts. So some part is Arial, some part is Times Roman, some parts you have to be consistent. You might use font sizes might be different for maybe headers and things like that, but you need to stick to a particular consistency because that would reinforce your brand identity. Visual appeals, like I said, consistent with your font. If you choose to use a layout, just make sure that your layout is also consistent or your style is consistent. You don't want to start using black and blue and orange and everything is all mixed up. You want to show that you know what you're doing. You want your CV to be attractive, but at the same time, you want them to know that you know what you're doing. And then brand identity reinforcement. Consistent branding element helps reinforce your personal branding identity, making it memorable for potential employees. Like I said before, you want to present that particular brand to them as yourself, and you want that employer or recruiter to go away 10 seconds, they can still think about this is what I've read on this person's CV. So like I said before, you need to ensure that you highlight a bit of your key achievements, that is very prominent on your CV, quantifiable results. What are a little bit about what you've achieved before, and then make sure that you are using action verbs in your personal brand. Incorporate strong action verbs in your resume to make your accomplishment complying and dynamic. Now, I'm going to stop sharing this particular screen, and I will share some examples I've put together of various type of branding for various fields. And before then, I'll share my brand. And then I'll use mine to explain, and then we'll then talk about other ones as well. So I'm just going to share my screen again. Let me know when you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. Yeah.
Just give me 1 second. Can you see my screen now? See it now?
Yes. Yes.
Can you see? Because one is, oh, this is what I was. See, look.
So while we're waiting for Lucia Coker, does anyone have any question? Does anyone have any question to ask? Any question?
Hello.
I'm so sorry about that. I don't know what happened. My laptop just went off. I could not. I don't know what happened. My laptop just went off. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I think since Coca is trying to join with our laptop now. So do we have any question? Any question based on the things she has touched on so far this evening? Do we have any questions? Okay.
Sorry, I was talking on mute. Apologies. Can you all see my screen now?
Yes, you can.
Oh, fab. Right. Thank you very much. So, this is my profile, and this is what stands me out. I've described myself. Don't forget, we're coming back to the things that I said you have to make sure you have in your profile. I mentioned that you need to make it unique, have the value, unique and valuable, something that makes you unique and valuable. And look at my intro. I said I'm an experienced agile business analyst because most organizations out there are looking for agile business analysts with over 10 years experience working within cross-functional teams and stakeholders to define, elicit, and successfully implement product requirements. Now, this particular statement here, so within cross-functional teams that I mentioned, means that because my role as a business analyst means that I have to work with various people across various teams. So I'm not just working with one person. I can work with like 5 different teams, so team of developers, team of testers, UX designers, architects, and other people. So I can work, and then I put a little bit of definition of what the main job of a business analyst is, which is we work with stakeholders and we define requirements. That is my intro. And definitely anyone that picks this profile up knows that, oh, this person is definitely a business analyst. And then I said I worked on various projects by adopting the agile, see the award agile coming back again, agile frameworks and modeling techniques. I put example of the techniques I've used. So all these ones, that's what I use, automated testing and continuous improvement. I've worked in both business and IT product management with strong project delivery abilities for complex and multinational organizations and consultancies in private and public sector. That's because I've worked there. So if you're looking for me to work as a permanent person in a private sector, I'm there. If you're looking for me to work in a public sector, I'm there. If you're looking for me to work within a very big organization that is not just based in the UK. Yes, I've done it before. If you want me to work on complex projects, that is me. You want me to work as a contractor, as a consultant, you will find me there. And then I put a little bit about my skills as well. I possess, these are the skills that normally, generally, a business analyst would have. And then this government security clearance that I have included here stands me out every time. Ade, go ahead.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I've got a question regarding the profile. Regarding the profile,
Oh.
do we change the profile to every job we apply to? Because one of the laziness I have is that one, filling job application, I prefer to send CV. And then secondly, keep changing the CV to tune into the job you're applying for. Because even if you're applying, for example, business analyst, there are still different skill requirements every time. Do we change it per job that we're applying for?
Okay, thank you. I mentioned that before, that your profile should stand you out. But then if you're already in IT and then you're open to move into the business analyst part of it, you need to structure your profile in such a way that it would showcase both your IT skills and your business analysis skills as well. So not obviously, if you're not changing career, you don't need to change your profile every time. But if you're looking to change career, yeah, definitely you have to change it every time. And when you're applying, and then obviously when you're talking about your experiences as well in your CV, if you're applying for a particular job, like for example, somebody's saying, "Oh, we want to recruit a business analyst that has got um I'm thinking a particular skill set, which on a generic profile you don't have it there. If you want to just go and put it there and then send that CV. If you have the skills, put it there and then send the CV. This is more or less like a generic profile for me. It's quite generic. And if somebody is asking for a skill that I've done before, and I know that, okay, maybe they will come and look for, but before they can find out that skill, they will have to deep down into my, into my CV. I would include that skill in my profile so that it stands me out. Any other question? Does that answer your question, Nadi?
Yes, it does. It does. It's just one more thing. Because I like the way this CV looks. I've asked before, but I'm Oliver Twist. Because I like the design and everything. I think I need to update my CV. My CV is not this. Can we get electronic copy, not PDF?
Yeah, you can. I can send it to you. Okay.
Thank you, ma.
Okay, any other question before we look at other job? I'm conscious of time. All right, so I've included some examples of branded profiles here. So for example, look at this one of a marketing executive. So the person is a marketer. And the profile says innovative marketing executive with over 10 years experience in digital marketing. So now it's talking about the various type of marketing the person can do: brand marketing and strategic planning. Proven record of driving revenue. That's what the marketer would do. Revenue growth through effective marketing campaigns and compelling brand storytelling. Adept at leveraging analytics to optimize performance. Definitely, a marketer should know how to use a bit of Excel to be able to showcase what they can do, analyze and optimize performance, and enhance customer engagement. Skilled in team leadership and cross-functional collaboration. This is about, I don't know how many sentences. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sentences. And that will stand that person out. Look at the one for the software engineer. It says detailed oriented software engineer with the passion for developing scalable and efficient software solution. Over 8 years of experience in full stack development. So this is a type of development. There are various types, right? Specializing in JavaScript, Python, and cloud computing. There are other types of um, um, development that you can do. There is other languages that they can write in here, but this is what the person is can do very well. Known for problem solving skills and ability to deliver high quality code in agile environment. Can you see the word agile again? Because as a business analyst myself, we work a lot with developers, with software engineers, committed to continuous learning and staying abreast in industry trends. And then we have the one for human resources as well. A dynamic resource manager with a strong background in talent acquisition, employee relations, and organizational development. More than 12 years of experience in creating inclusive workplace cultures and implementing HR strategies that align with business goals. Recognized for exceptional interpersonal skills and ability to foster positive employee experiences, expertise in conflict resolution and performance management, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot. I just got quite, various roles that we can actually use and see the type of personal brand resume profiles that we can write. Any questions? Remilekun, Folakemi, any questions? Remilekun, Folakemi, any questions?
No question from
My
me.
question will still remain that some of this profile that
Not sure who is talking, whether it's Remilekun or Folakemi, but I cannot hear you.
I'm talking is hello.
The line is really bad. I'm not sure whether it's Folakemi or is Remilekun that is talking, but the line is really bad. All right, so Folakemi is dropped off. Remilekun, do you have any questions?
Have any question? The only thing I want to say is that from these examples of resume, branded resume here, I didn't join in the beginning of the lecture, but from all of this, what I noticed is that this, what you've just trying to be teaching us so far is that for us to be able to write this, it has to do with, we are actually writing some of our skills and experiences, trying to market
Yes.
ourselves to the to a prospective employer. I think that's what
Yes.
it just means, basically. Okay,
Yes.
yes. So that's what I understand. I have no
Yes, thank
questions.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Now I'm happy that you do understand exactly what we're doing. All right, thank you. Folakemi, you were saying something.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes. Now we cannot hear you again.
I said that some of these profile that were showcased, most of hello.
Go ahead.
Hello. My
Go
network
ahead.
is acting up. Maybe I'll just private chat you if you can hear me. Okay.
I can hear you. We can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma. Right. And Folakemi, if you
Hello,
send
can
your
you
message,
hear
okay, go
me?
ahead. Yes, I can hear you
Okay.
now.
What I'm saying is that these examples are for people that have years of experience in this different field. Are you? Did you get that? Oh,
I got
they did
that.
not hear me.
I got that these examples that I'm showcasing are for people that have got quite a number of years experience in the field that they want to do or they are doing. So are you talking about somebody that is planning to change career?
Yes,
Okay,
that's
so
the
now I'm gonna give you a task then for like is I want you to try by yourself, try to put something together, looking at the career you want to get into, try to put something together as a personal statement, thinking about the fact that you've not been in that field before, but you have studied about the field. So look at that and look at the role of a human resources personnel and see what that person does. Then try to put something together. Don't worry if it's more than 5 sentences, we can always streamline and tailor it and tweak it. Try and put something together. I would have a review and then we'll start from there.
okay. Okay, thank you.
Ade.
But just the CV copy and the branded resume profile, is it possible to have it on the group? So
Yes,
maybe
I will put this branded this examples of profiles in the WhatsApp group.
I think that they're quite good. Even Sister Folakemi can she can tweak some of it to tune what she's doing, what the career path she's going into, she's planning to go to.
I'll put that on the group just after the session.
Thank you.
No problem at all. So
Thank
any
you, sir.
questions? Any
Thank
other
you, ma'am.
questions? No problem. Any other questions? All right. So I want us to remember that obviously this sessions still continue. We want to definitely appreciate the Fortified City of God for putting all this together in conjunction with the National Lottery Fund. I want to appreciate them for putting this together because it's definitely adding value and skills to people. So the sessions still continue again next week. So on Wednesday, we'll continue with looking at the cover letters, interview prepping. So we're looking at interview techniques with on Wednesday session. And then on Thursday session, we're still going to continue looking at CVs. And what I'm thinking of doing next week is looking at how you would stand out with the job duties of the roles that you have done before. So looking at the current role, don't worry about it. And we look at the current role that you have and then see how you can use that to stand out from everybody else. We'll do that when we meet again next week. And then we can continue to use that to build that CV that we have identified that we want to use, the personal statement that we are hoping to get to write. So if you want to reach out to me to look at your personal statement, please feel free. Please, I would look at it and then we can work it out together. And then that's it from me. I don't know if Cecilia or Ade has anything else to add before we finish.
No, nothing from me. Not from me. Thank you very much, madam. Very, very helpful. I'm trusting that with this addition to this, maybe I'll get a a maybe 900 per hour.
I like your spirits.
So
Cecilia, do you have anything to add before we finish?
Nothing from me. Thank you
Okay.
for the session today.
All right. Thank you for having me. And I want to say a big thank you for everyone that's just joined. That's joined. Please don't forget, same time next week on Wednesday, 6 o'clock, and Thursday, 6 o'clock as well. Please share the links